I guess hey, what's up? I guess a picture's worth 1,000 words because I put him in my list of dudes to check out. I was like, who's Tim Henson? And as soon as I saw his picture, I was like, oh shit. I've seen this guy play before and he is awesome. I think I've only seen him play once or twice, maybe on Instagram or something. Not sure, but I had not heard Blood Moon. And I just remember him having an extremely tasty, delicious playing style. Like not shred based. He got shred in there. But anyway, let's see how my memory is. I have not seen Blood Moon, like I said. It's a short video. Let's check it out. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Hybrid picking all over the place. Whoa, okay, that was short as fuck. It was awesome. What the hell can I tell you about how to do that? Because I don't even have an electric guitar plugged in. I got a Fender back there, but she's been neglected, you know what I'm saying? I think the primary takeaway, one is his attack on the strings, where he manages to get a very Fender-esque sound. It might be with his pickups. It's definitely how he plays the guitar. No shit. I mean, how you physically move the string means more than anything. But he has a cleanliness to the attack of the strings that reminds me a lot of like a Telecaster, which is crazy if he's playing on Ibanez. But yeah, so even with that aside, when I do, because I'm mainly a fingerstyle player. That's like it sounds fucking stupid to say it, but my specialty is fingerstyle. It still sounds douchey to say that. So when I'm running triplets, which he has a lot of really quick triplets in there. I'm using my fingers. So I'm just like thumb, index, middle, or thumb, middle, ring, or index, middle, ring, or whatever. And so I'll show you what it would be like, you know, with my fingers if I was playing something. Right, and to me it's pretty easy to go fast because of how you're dividing the labor up of your fingers. Right, if I had a pick, I would have to do 3 times the motion because I'd have to reset my pick for each string. But since I have 3 digits, they can all be waiting on the strings, and then you just practice rapid fire them. You can add in a 4th finger or whatever, you know. Now he doesn't do 4-note runs, and the reason he doesn't do 4-note runs with the hybrid picking is there's no 4th digit. So with hybrid picking means you're holding the pick and you're gonna bring in your fingers to help. And really no one brings in the pinky. Probably some crazy asshole does somewhere. But the pinky is so short compared to your fingers, it's really hard to get a good position where you can use your longer digits and the pinky. So for that reason, the majority of the time the pinky's left out. The main place you find pinky usage is in flamenco music, where you're not picking with the pinky, you're actually unfurling for rasguados, where you're doing that type of thing. But anyways, the hybrid picking, you hold the pick, and then you use your middle and ring finger to play. So triplets would be like that. You can tell I'm way slower. So pick, middle, ring, pick, middle, ring. And he throws that in a bunch. And sometimes he's not doing a J in the strings. He might have like a bigger chord, you know, like this. I don't even know what I'm playing. Let's make an E minor. So you can space it out for an E minor, or he throws that in a bunch. And then just tasty phrasing. And a nice all guitarists have a pretty unique vibrato. He has a fairly wide vibrato. It's still kind of fast. So there's two units of measurement in general on your vibrato, which is, okay, so what is a vibrato? A vibrato is where you take a note and you wiggle it, right? You wiggle the note. Okay, but there's two parts to your wiggle. Your wiggle, I mean, there's a couple more parts to it, but in general, there's two parts, which is, think of it as like a sound wave, like an actual wave going up and down. So how big is the wave, right? Which is how far are you actually moving the note from its pitch. So for example, I'm going to try to keep it the same speed, but here's like a small wave and a big wave. Okay, now the second part is how often do the waves happen? How quickly are you moving from wave back to zero? So that's a short wave that happens quick versus that's a big wave that happens quick. And you can start mixing and matching all those and have tons of different ways of doing your vibrato. And he has a nice, like, well, this is a little faster than that type of vibrato. And to me, and not just to me, but vibrato is almost like your signature, where once you have a signature, whatever age you get a signature, I don't even know. Are you 5? Are you 8 years old when you get a signature? 10? I don't know. When you like learn to write your own name and sign shit, but it really becomes impossible to copy it. I mean, okay, obviously there's forgers who forge signatures, but I'm saying outside of people who specialize in copying shit, once you have your signature vibrato, which is how far you move the note and how quickly you come back, and other things like when do you start the vibrato? Oh, let's do that too. So let's take 3 notes. No vibrato on anything. Now, let's say we're going to vibrato the 3rd note. In addition to our 2 variables of how much modulation we have with the note going up and down, and the frequency of the oscillation, how fast do we go up and down, it's also when do we start it and do we keep things steady. There's 2 more variables. So we could go straight into vibrato. You could do it more like a violinist maybe, where you hit the note, no vibrato, and then turn the vibrato on. And then some people will speed up their vibrato once they turn it on. Or they'll start off fast and slow down. So those are just different ways of approaching that. And when you're trying to mimic a player, because that's when we all are beginning, all we're doing is we're mimicking other people. We're taking other sounds we like and trying to create them on our own. Because I don't know about you, but I started playing guitar because I loved other guitar players, and then so I spent all my time just playing shit that other people played because it's fucking cool. But being able to dissect it verbally, you know, as far as, let's take those 4 variables. When does the vibrato start? Does the vibrato remain constant? And then the 2 aspects of vibrato, how much am I moving the note and how quickly do I move the note between those 2 points? If you categorize it like that, then when you are breaking down someone else's playing, or you need to copy someone else's playing, or you want to copy someone else's playing, then if you define it that way, it makes it, to me, it makes it easier to actually recreate the effect. Because you just listen, you know, you take your favorite loop device. I use like a looper. It makes sense. Not like a Boss, not like a machine, like software. Take like a measure of music or 2 measures of music, loop it, and then listen. And each time you listen, ask yourself each question. And do 1 question at a time, you know. You're like, oh, how fast is this vibrato? Okay, I got that. How much modulation, how much distance between the notes? Okay, got that. When does he start the vibrato? When does he end the vibrato? Does the vibrato remain constant? And once you have those answers, it makes it much easier to recreate someone's playing. It's still fucking work. It's all work. But anyways, yeah, no surprise. He kicked ass. I'm out of here. 3, 2, 1, ninja vanish.